What's up, guys? My name's P, and I'd like to welcome you to the first of what I hope to be your many editions of PhippsTips. Now, what I aim to do with this channel is as I learn the technical side of the crypto market, I'd like to share that info with the community, especially newcomers to the crypto space who aren't exactly interested in simply just holding their coins and tokens that they've purchased, and they want to understand trading and the technical side of cryptocurrency. Now, how the channel will work is on a daily basis, we'll have the market overview. We'll cover the market cap, 24-hour volume, Bitcoin dominance. We'll follow that up with the top performers, both gainers and losers. We need to know and be on top of what's really going on in the market at all times, guys. This market does trade on a 24-hour basis, so that's something to keep in mind for you newly invested folks out there. And then we're going to follow that up with some important news articles that I find throughout the day. One of the greatest news information sites that I have come across, guys, is a site called cryptoyum.com. Shout out to Decentralized TV and PETA. This guy puts out some awesome content, and this news site, guys, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm hoping that eventually he gets even more sources on here. Cryptoyum.com. Keep that in mind, guys. It's great. Yeah, we're going to go over a couple important news articles throughout the day that I find. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. See what it's doing, because guys, Bitcoin is the ocean that floats all the ships. It dictates what this market will do. If Bitcoin is on the rise, everything's on the rise. If Bitcoin is crashing to the ground, you can expect everything else to follow suit. So that's really why I like to follow Bitcoin. You know, a lot of traders out there, they say that you know, the top 5 aren't really the ones that you should trade because you don't have, they're a little too stable, you know, to really see huge gains. Unless, you know, you're actually in a recovery like we are right now. Otherwise, you know, on a day trading type of scale, the top 5, top 10, they're really not coins that you should be interested in a day trade. They're more of your long-term hold, in my opinion. And my opinion should mean nothing, guys, because this disclaimer is not financial advice and should never be taken as such. I'm just a guy trying to understand this crazy, crazy world of cryptocurrency. And I appreciate that you're all coming along with me. If you're still listening to me right now, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'd really like to help everybody out learning, you know, some technicals on Bitcoin, or actually the entire cryptocurrency market in general. And then, you know, once we're done with the top news, we're going to jump into some technicals, generally of Bitcoin, because like I said, guys, it's the coin that floats all other coins. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it, coming in at the market cap with around $388 billion, 24-hour volume, sitting over $26.2 billion. That's a lot of volume. And BTC dominance coming in just shy of 39%. And our top gainers and losers. And let me tell you guys, today there isn't well, I shouldn't say there isn't a coin that's losing, because there is, but for the most part, the market is green, green, green. I mean, Huncoin. I haven't heard of that, but, you know, it's doing fantastic things at 450%. Token Pay, though, T-Pay, coming in 78.2%. Switch.io. Now this is a project that I want to check out. I've been hearing a little bit about this over Twitter. 68% increase. That's pretty good. $8 million volume. Not too bad. Oh, U network as well. The UUU. Yeah. I mean, if any of you guys know anything about these two projects, maybe drop a comment or two down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'd really like to check these projects out and see what they're all about. I'll have to do that soon. Dentacoin up 40%, almost 41%. Storm token 37.5%. Yeah, guys, lots of these coins. I mean, the lowest percentage gain is 30%. That's insane. We got some big losers though. Pundy-X, 18.8%, which really in the grand scheme of things is nothing because this coin has just been tearing it up the last couple of days, guys. If you have been invested in Pundy-X, you've got to just be thrilled with what you saw because that thing went crazy. But for the most part, guys, well, the top loser, hemp coin down 8.1%. That's too bad. Happening on 420 and everything. Yeah, like lots of these coins, guys, I'm not really aware of. I mean, I tend to stick to the top 200, and generally, you know, couple $100,000 market caps and volumes. They're just, I don't know, they just don't do it. They don't do it for me, guys. I kind of almost feel like, I know I shouldn't feel this way and I shouldn't say it, but they almost feel like scams to me. And that's not fair. It is absolutely not fair. But I don't know. It's just, I guess, the paranoid in me. What can you do? Yeah, so we're going to move on to our first news article of the day, and it's how markets will tame Bitcoin and all cryptos. And guys, I find this funny because you know, when Bitcoin first entered the futures market, 2 or 3 days later, that's when the big correction happened, and Bitcoin fell from $20,000 down to $14,000, down to $9,000, down to just under $6,000. You saw like a crazy retracement, like 70 some odd percent. But the funny thing is, you know, Bitcoin's it does that. That's what it does. It retraces that far. So, you know, when people were touting that this was the end of Bitcoin and Bitcoin's done, guys, for you new guys that are coming into the market, you're going to hear this stuff constantly. I've been in since the middle of January, so roughly 3 months, 4 months, and there's just been so many stories about how Bitcoin is going to die, and it's everybody who's invested in Bitcoin is going to lose everything. And guys, it couldn't be further from the truth. It couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, granted, I am down from when I initially invested. I watched that happen within actually 2 weeks. But, you know, well, I won't lie. When it happened, I was like, I guess I did enter a bubble and it's over. But, you know, I hung out and I started to do some research. And guys, that's the key. That is the key for all you new people who are investing into this market. Do your research. Do your research. Read the white papers on coins, tokens. Actually look at if they have a working product out. Check it out. See what it's like. I mean, you don't just trust, you know, some tomfoolery that's going on YouTube like myself. You know, I'm not out to like try to fool you by any means, but you know, I don't have all the info, guys. And nobody out there has all the info. That's why you have to have several different sources. And that's why on my homepage on YouTube, I have some awesome alternative links. You guys want to check those guys out. All of them. Check them all out because they're all great in their own way. But so we'll get back to the article here. Yeah, well they're claiming to tame Bitcoin, and you know, you're going to see a lot of articles like this out there that you know, they want to say the bottom line is simple. Bitcoin needs to be taken seriously. It probably shouldn't be easy to manipulate the market. And guys, this market is manipulated. There are a few people who own a lot of Bitcoin. And I mean, they're the whales of the Bitcoin market, and they just make it do things sometimes. We'll see that once we jump into the technicals here in a few minutes. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind, guys, that the next time you want to invest $1,000 into the market, just be smart. Look into the fundamentals. Download the white papers. Read them. Know the team. You know, truly get inside what the project is trying to do. And you know, if it's something that fundamentally you think is good, then by all means jump on in, because if you believe it's good, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be good. So that takes us to our next article here, and this is one of those projects that these are out there, guys. These are out there. This Centra Tech Incorporated, which raised $32 million for a cryptocurrency debit card last year through a flashy ICO and endorsed by DJ Khaled and boxer Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, this is a scam, guys. They made away with $32 million. But you know, the SEC is coming down on them like a hammer. And right here, this is the line you guys want to keep in mind. Investors should exercise caution about investments in digital assets, especially when they are marketed with claims that seem too good to be true. And guys, that happens. If you're reading your next ICO and you think, wow, this is going to make me a millionaire overnight, it's not. It's really not. I think those days of this market are done. Like, there is no going to be just flash in the pan, I drop $100 in and poof, I'm a millionaire tomorrow. You've really got to be diligent about doing your research, guys. You got to know what you're investing in and who you're investing in. You can't just throw money into the market and expect it to, you know, grow, because it won't. It will be gobbled up. I promise, it will be gobbled up. So yeah, just another thing to keep in mind, guys. Just, I can't stress it enough. Do your research. Do your research. So we're going to jump on into the Bitcoin analysis now. And we're going to start on the daily chart from TradingView. TradingView.com. It's an absolutely free software. I do pay for my subscription, but you know, it's just to keep away the ads. Plus, it allows you more indicators and yada yada yada. But I mean, it's for free. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really great. But we're going to start out here, guys, and this is Bitcoin on the day scale. This right here, this little red mark. Let me zoom in here for you so you can really make it out. This right here is today that we're on, the 21st. This day candle will change over at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's why it's showing the 21st now. But yeah, so we're showing a little bit of a red candle on the day scale, which is nothing, you know, after this huge green spike from, well, technically today. But what we're going to start in with, guys, is I just want to let everybody who is just initially getting into the market know that we are currently in a downtrend. And what that means, guys, is from the top high here, we have not made another higher high since. We have just continued to go down. And this was our lowest low at just under $6,000, $5,900 and some odd. So, and this, guys, right here, this is a trend line, and like I just showed you here, see how it shows you the trend, the downward trend. These are really one of the most simple tools in all of technical analysis, but it's also one of the best tools in technical analysis. It shows you resistance and support lines, like say right around here at 9,800. These lines are also, well, guys, these lines are created. Let's start there. Support lines are created by lots of trade action. See all these little candles here, and all these just steady staying on this line, and that is creating some support there. So if ever we were to raise or fall, we could technically bounce off of this line and then continue back up. And what these lines here do is they let you identify on these scales, on these charts I should say, those resistance points. See what I'm saying? So guys, that's going to do it for